Hello everybody, it's Amiga Rob here, and one thing I haven't checked, my glamorous assistant is right next to me, who's sort of slightly out of shot.
Yes, out of shot. That's okay.
Okay, we got, well, no, it's not okay. There we go. There you go, it's a bit more of you there. So, hopefully the sound is working. First thing, let's do the link.
Do you want me to check?
Yeah, check if the sound's working, please. Because
Okay.
I never tested it. The one thing I didn't do. Sound's working. Sound's working. We can check from the phone. So now the one thing we need to do, and the lag is very short, it seems.
Yeah.
So just going to post the link onto Twitter because of this. But
figure it out.
Yeah, but everything's going to get better in the near future, isn't it? Because on Wednesday comes
Our desk.
Our desk, yes. Again, it's been a few years since I had a desk. Made use of my glamorous assistant's desk, I think, once. Oh, look, there's the link. Copy link. Slick. Thank you. Yes, she is. And people that are watching this may think I've been up for days and nights trying to get this working because I'm wearing the same t-shirt I was when I did the stream.
Oh, really?
2 nights. Yeah, and it's unusual for me to do a stream in the morning these days as well. But the truth of the matter is, I put that shirt on during the evening, maybe earlier in the day, and I haven't been up for 3 days and nights, but I have been stupid because I was having trouble with the SD card. I was trying to do things on the Mac. I knew if I could do it on the PC, it would work better. It'd be no problem. I couldn't figure out how. I ended up buying. I used to have an adapter. I can't find it. I ended up buying a new adapter, which won't come till tomorrow. And then this morning, I thought, hang on a minute. I'm thinking that this laptop will not work with cards above 32 or 16 gig, whatever. But I'm sure I've had 128 gig in the same model laptop. And then I realised this is probably something to do with Windows 10 messing up. I don't know if I've ever had it work on this machine, but I know that I've had in one of this. This is a Dell's 6420. I know I've had it working. Had a little look, switched the driver to secure SD, and poof, it started reading the cards all of a sudden. And so now I'm in a position, I'm actually at the stage where I'm going to partition up the disk. So I've started from scratch, I've scrubbed it, we're in disk management here in Windows. I think we have admin rights, and I'll explain to my glamorous assistant what we're going to do here. Right, okay. So this is the disk management tab. So all the drives in the machine, each thing you've got a disk letter for is listed.
Right, that's on your Dell.
That's on this Dell machine, plus this card. So if I take this card out, it drops off. Right, and the reason we've got so many other ones, so that's C drive is the one that Windows boots off of generally.
Yeah.
That's because the floppy drives used to be A and B. So it reserves A and B for floppy drives. So C is normally the first hard disk. And then when you add CD drives, it would normally be D or E for the CD drive, whatever was the next one in the list. Now, because I've got a weird setup on my machine, there is also a mechanical disk in there. So that this C, E, and some of these other letters are on an SSD. But I've also got a 1 gig mechanical disk, which is sitting where the CD drive should be.
Okay.
And that has another big partition. Do you know the idea of partitioning? Do you know what that means?
No.
So you can have a hard disk, and you can have it all under one letter, like C drive, or you can say chop it into bits with certain amounts of space on it, and it will have like you know, you might have 100 gigs for your system, like Windows. You might have 200 gigs for data files and stuff. So So this one, this is right. So if we push this back in, we should see the pen drive pop up, the card pop up again. Yeah, I think it's G. Now I have to get this right, because if you get this right, you've got potential to destroy stuff. But disk 2 removable, 58.6 gigs. That's the one. So the other thing we have is disk format. So different machines tend to have different systems. So Mac has their own formats called journal HFS. That's just the way it stores files on the disk. They've got different filing systems, just like you have a filing system at work.
Yeah.
They all have different filing systems. They've got different plus points. The default one on Windows is called NTFS. But there's another one called exFAT, and that is what this is formatted in.
exFAT?
exFAT, file allocation table.
Oh.
FAT.
Look at you with your acronyms.
Acronyms, backronyms, wackronyms. So I just wanted to check we can still see your pretty face. Not wanting to be belittling, because we don't be belittling in this age. We don't.
No.
Okay, so this is the drive. This is how it's partitioned. So there's 16 megs that are allocated, and there's 58.58 gigabytes, pretty much all the disk, which is in exFAT format.
Okay.
What we need to do is get rid of that, and when we get rid of it, we make absolutely sure it's the right one, because if you kill the wrong drive, you lose data, which is why I don't want to do this on your Mac.
Right.
But it says removable. It's the only removable disk there. You have to be careful, because if you had a USB pen, that would show as removable as well.
Right.
And then we should be able to just delete volume. Gives me a warning, which they won't be able to see at home. But
yeah.
Boom. Right. So that one's gone now.
So it was partitioned, but now it's not.
It's sort of partitioned because there was 16 gigs unallocated. 16 megs unallocated, and then it had a partition on it. So now, what we're going to do.
Why did you need to partition it to begin with?
Right. This is the reason. Because for the SD card to work with the PiStorm, you have to first of all have one partition that has the firmware for the PiStorm. That's the thing that the PiStorm needs to actually work and do the business. Tells it how to work. It's the bit of software that tells the hardware how to work. Then any partitions you create beyond that, it's designed so that the Amiga sees that as a hard disk.
Okay.
So we need to have a small partition for the PiStorm.
But you've just got rid of it.
I got rid of it because it's the wrong format. We're going to start from scratch.
Okay.
So NTFS is the kind of standard format for Windows. exFAT they use a lot on removable drives. It's to do with the way it allocates space on the disk. But the one before that was called FAT32. And PiStorm needs its partition in FAT32 because that's what it needs.
Okay.
So, new simple volume. I think that's the only option we've got, or can we do anything else? Okay, let's do it. New simple volume. This helps you create a volume on a disk. Next. So, we don't think anybody will be able to see this, but it doesn't matter. We'll just describe it. Or I could. All right, I'll tell you what we can do. Get a little lesson on OSP. Oh, there we go. It's coming straight away. So they'll be able to see this window now. There we go. And we can see it because it's just there we go.
You have too many things open.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, sorry about that. Well, I need them open so that we can jump from thing to thing in this process.
Okay.
Let me know if I'm boring you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I might need a coffee.
Right, you're feeling the eyes getting heavy.
Getting sleepy.
All right. Well, we'll do this, and then you can get your coffee, and we'll pause because I want this to be an education for you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to make you do it all after today.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So we're just going to make it 512 megs big.
Any reason why it's 512?
Oh, it's Hattie. It's Hattie. Hattie's there. Oh, Hattie.
Hi, Hattie.
We've got a real Amiga. See the real Amiga under these windows? Just here. Yeah, we're going to be using a real Amiga. Be excited. Be excited. So yeah, 500. It's just a good small size. It covers everything we need. It's not too big, and that's what they say you should set it up as. So I'm following there.
Okay. Yeah. Directions.
Yeah, which I didn't do previously. And it wants us to assign a drive letter. I mean, that isn't really important, but that will be the letter it shows by default.
So it's going to say H.
By default, when that drive will be H, yeah. Are we good? Yes, we're good. We're okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're all right. Surviving. We're surviving. So, now it's asking what file system we want. Which one are we going for, Viv?
We're going for the fat one.
Which one?
That 32.
Correct.
Oh.
That's the one.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew
you
that.
Knew that. Fat 32. This, I'll tell you about this, allocation unit size, because this is one of the most important things in file. Right. That is the smallest size that can be taken up on the disk by any one file.
So is there a mathematical reason for all those numbers?
Yes, there is a mathematical reason, because they follow the principle of one byte extra or something. So it's
right.
Doubling byte. In fact, it doubles. That's it. 512.
Okay.
Right. So this is how many bytes you will have. Minimum. The file can be minimal size that it can take up on the disk. So say you set it to 256K. That would mean even if your file was 1K big, it takes up 256K on disk.
Okay.
So it's like you've got a cabinet and you put one piece of paper in a lever arch file.
Right.
The idea is the bigger the file, but you could take out that file in one go.
Yeah.
If you have to take out 50 lever arch files, it would take you longer. Smaller ones. So the idea is the bigger the chunk, the faster you can get the data out.
Okay.
But if you had a lot of tiny files, you very quickly use up a lot of disk space for no reason. Kind of, because you can have more. Well, anyway. So you probably won't ever remember that, but I'm going to call this PiStorm32, as that is going to be.
And you're going to leave the allocation unit size as default.
Default, because it doesn't really matter, and I can't remember what would be the best one for it, because it's only gonna. This only has about 7 megs of files in it.
Okay.
So next, we go next. Storm. Now, what we should do, because we're not going to set up the Amiga side yet, we should just check this works once we do it. So we're gonna, I'm gonna just switch that off so we don't get a random window come up. Then we'll click finish over here. Right, so it's set now. See, there's our disk.
Yep.
First partition, and it needs to be the first partition, I think. 512 megs. How are you, Hattie? We didn't ask how Hattie is.
Yeah, we didn't.
So, sorry, Hattie. How are you? Rudeness. I'm so excited about my actual Amiga. It's going to be running today. This is the day, Hattie. Right. So, PiStorm32 H. So, automatically it's opened up the window for it. We've just seen the window pop up for PiStorm. So, so it's there, it exists. Now what we should do is now make a partition for the Amiga, and I'm just wondering whether we should check this works before we do anything. So if we have any problems, we know where it occurred. So I think we might do that. So what I'm going to do, let us go back to our exciting. It is exciting, Hattie. Let's go, and here we are in Firefox, PiStorm, instructions page, which I should have read a bit more clearly the other day, and we're going to go down, so we're going to get the firmware for the PiStorm now and install it onto the, and it's a really simple installation. When you do it right, when you click this, We'll get the nightly builds. So this software is updated from day to day. Now where I went wrong the other day is I clicked the first thing in the list, this one, which is for the PiStorm. I have the PiStorm32 Lite. So
there's a few different ones.
Yeah, these are nightly builds, so they're built on the fly all the time. You know.
So I don't know, but there's a lot of PiStorm32 Lites.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the most recent one.
Yeah, I was going to say I would go for the most recent one.
These are nightly builds, which means that they're ones that there's running updates being done on. So these are cutting edge, bleeding edge, which means they might have bugs that are more likely to have bugs that are not detected, but they'll have the most features. If you go for a stable, then that'll be the one which is more tested and it's an official release.
Right.
It's like a, but we're going to go for this one here, which is the most 4 days ago. We're going to save that to downloads, and we don't need to bore people with images of this. We'll just talk through what we're doing. Oh, you've completely disappeared.
Have I?
Oh, is it because this window's in the way? There you go. You don't have to lean.
But I don't want to lean over.
No, don't lean over. You'll hurt your neck. Just be a disembodied voice. Oh, she's okay. Have a new job, but she's got the day off today, Hattie.
Oh, that's nice.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me you've left the hat industry? I wonder what she's doing. Maybe she's doing boots, something like that. We'll find out. I'm sure she's going to tell us. Give us a rough idea. Don't dox yourself, right? Oops, don't need that one yet. So, oh no, hang on. Yeah, hat days behind her. Oh, we used to talk about what's the word for hat making?
I don't know.
Can't think of what the word is. We used to talk about it. She talked about all the different processes for making hats. I think that's how I remember it. A milliner.
A milliner.
A milliner. That's it. Right. So what we're doing here, just to describe.
Or a chapelier.
Chapelier, which is the French word.
Or hatter.
Or hatter. Which is what they call them in Luton. So what we're going to do next. So we've got the firmware here. Right.
Okay.
This firmware is so easy to install because I think it's. I'm guessing it's Linux, but it might be something else. I don't know. It might be based. What you basically do, is you go boom.
You're about to
open these files. May be harmful to your computer. All right, hang on. I might need to extract this first of all.
It's in the zip file, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Extract all, so we're just going to extract them. I thought I could just cut and paste straight from the window, but it seems to be throwing a bit of a wobbly about that. So just to tell you, everyone, we're just in. We don't want to. You don't need to see the details of this. You don't need to see the details of this, but any second now, we will get a window pop up. There we go. Right. And all we need to do is not use the Amiga shift key because that's not the right computer.
Yeah.
Wait for Windows to stop farting around, and we go copy. We find our H drive, and we go paste.
How does it not? How does it know which partition to paste into?
Because I've just selected it.
Oh, so it's going to be on a different drive when you partition it.
Yeah. So yeah, each drive has a letter, so it's assigned that H drive.
Where's the other one?
The other one is unallocated still.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to create one. So first of all, we're just going to try out one partition. We've put the firmware onto the disk. I should really share this. I just want to share it on my drive name. So I'll tell you what, let me see if I can share it. Seeing as I went bonkers the other day. Window capture. Let's see if we do. Oops.
Hattie said, I do actually have a
relative that has a hat making business. There you go.
Wow.
She's from that part of the world.
She's in the hat making business.
Mm-hmm. Or some. I think that's it. Right. Yeah. So we got the window there. So that's it in place on PiStorm. But we require one other thing.
What's that?
So this will boot it. This is all. But you need something called an Amiga Kickstart ROM file for this to work.
Okay.
Now the Kickstart ROM, I can show you on the Amiga, and we'll quickly ping on one of these. Right, so the Kickstart ROM in the Amiga is 2 chips. They are this chip here and this chip here. Some Amigas it's just 1 chip, some of them they use a floppy disk, but it's this here and this. That's it.
Yeah.
Unlike a PC, when you switch on a PC, all of the operating system is on disk, so it gets loaded in from disk. And you can take a PC and load any operating system that supports a PC. On the Amiga, you have to have some other bit of software called Kickstart, which has a little bit of the operating system in it.
Okay.
That is on this Amiga in these chips, but for some reason with the PiStorm, it can't use, or it doesn't use these chips. Maybe it could if it wanted to.
So you could yank them out and they wouldn't matter.
I don't know about that actually. Maybe electronically it needs them, but
yeah, maybe it does need them.
But I mean, I don't know if I don't do this stage, it might not make any difference. But we need to take the file version of this, which I have got various files of various versions, and we're actually going to use one which is a little bit more modern than the one that's installed in there.
Okay.
2 reasons for doing that. 1, it just makes support of things a little bit better, but 2, it means that we can actually tell it's working, because when you start it up and the software doesn't start, if you see the version number of the thing change, so this is 3.0, the one we're going to put on is 3.1. So put that Amiga keyboard on there. I'm so worried about breaking the keyboard cable at some point during this. So we are going to, let's just flip this, flip that back on. We're going to,
I'm just taking a look at that keyboard cable.
yeah, so it'll be alright.
That would be difficult to repair, wouldn't it?
It would be difficult to repair. It would be a replacement job, that. So I have a location somewhere on this. Oh yeah, I know. Where on this PC even where I have got files. See, the original Amiga 1000 didn't have chips because they didn't have them ready in time. So that one, they had the Kickstart on disk, and you put it in, and it copied it into memory. Right. Boop, 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 boop. So I don't know why this. I'm a little bit worried how slow this disk is going, but.
Oh, on your PC.
I might have to have a check of this. Right. So this is, we're currently looking at a window. It's the TOSEC actually, so it's the preservation. This is like the Amiga, or the Software Preservation Society copies of ROMs, which in theory should be unaltered, but they seem to have lots of altered ones. And we're going to grab the 3.1 ROM for the Amiga 1200. It shouldn't really matter which one we use.
So you need to put that in the same, yeah.
In the same folder on the disk. And what we do is, 3.1, what's the newest one we got? This A1200. Yeah, we'll do this one. So what we'll do is we'll copy that, and then we're going to paste it into this window that the people at home can see, like that. But we still have one problem with this. You've got any ideas what it might be? When you switch this on, how does the PiStorm find the Kickstart? Because
it's all the way.
No.
You change the file?
Correct. You do is, Very good. You're thinking like an engineer. The file has to be called kick.rom. So it'll just look for kick.rom and it will use that as
I thought you had to change the file type, but if you rename it kick.com.
Tick.rom. ROM.
It says kick.
Yeah, kick.rom.
Oh, kick.rom.
Yeah.
I thought you said tick.
No, kick. It's kick for kickstart, so that's the default. So, ROM. What does your computer have? Do you know it has RAM?
Yep.
Right.
Random. Instead of access memory,
right.
It's random open memory? I don't know.
Read-only memory.
Read-only
the R
memory.
is read per. Yeah, so that's why that chip, those chips in there,
yeah,
technically you can't write to them. So they are read-only memory.
Read-only memory.
Right. It's like basically like a
CD-ROM.
CD-ROM. Exactly. You got there before me. CD read-only memory because you can write to them.
Read-only memory.
Right. So this is our first test. So what we're going to do, we've got the SCART grabber. So let me just get rid of that. Oh, we'll first of all safely disconnect the disk. We don't end up corrupting it, which we do from this eject generic CBADS SD card. That's this. Right, that's safe to remove. So we've got our SD card here. We're taking out the little dude.
So we're just testing it. We're just
testing. So, and we'll check it through the grabber. We're not even going to plug the screen into the Amiga. So if we go a bit precarious, we just try and plug. Oh, what I'm doing here is very clever because I'm blocking the view for the viewers at home. In fact, the camera doesn't even quite catch where I'm going. I'm just putting in the SD card into the Pi. Oops, need to take some of that insulation tape up, but that's in nice and tight. Right. Get ready for this, Hattie. Oh, we've got another person. Jay's videos. Remember that run and jump game that only works with Kickstart 1.2? Jay, I'm not familiar with it, but if you find it, we'll give it a try at some point. Right. So let's put the capture card on. Let's just, well, we don't know. We'll see what happens. Really, I should have a screen set up because let's set up the screen.
Yeah.
Because we've got the password right. Maybe it's a good time to get your coffee.
Yeah, let's
you make some coffee. You make the coffee entertainment. We're gonna have
you don't want a tea or anything, do you?
A tea, not for me, thank you, because that'll make me start going, you know. So right. Our domestic goddess will crack on with getting your tea ready, whilst I am just taking a screen so we can check what's going on. I've got a that TV I repaired. If anyone remembers the TV I repaired some time ago, nobody thought I was going to do it, and neither did I. But I repaired it, and we've got that right here. And we've got a capture card, which is just flick this off again. We've got a capture card, which is this one here that I've done a video for, and I didn't like it, but actually it seems to work a bit better with the Amiga than the Nintendo GameCube. And it's got a pass-through, this thing, with a SCART on it. So we're going to see if it'll work with this Sharp TV with the pass-through, which will only be a composite pass-through. So we'll flick this back on. Boop, 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 boop. Right, so we've got a view there of what's going on, and I'm going to try and switch on this TV. So switch on the TV. I don't think I've ever used this TV with. Oh no, I must have used it with the Nintendo on SCART, but just change the input to SCART. Hopefully, no other TVs will come on. Boom, 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 SCART. Right, and when the coffee is ready, we're gonna go for the test. Doing a bit of ASMR in the background, making coffee. No, it's just saying leverage available because I don't want it to do this. Right. Are you ready?
I need a table.
Oh, you need to just.
I don't want to put it near your.
What? You don't want to accidentally spill coffee on my Amiga just as I switch it on?
I don't.
I
was gonna take this bench here.
Oh, that's a bit precarious.
Is it?
I mean, it's up to you, but. No, the bin would be perfect, but it's the bin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just don't want to put it near your stuff.
Okay, well, let's power this on and try and we'll work something out.
Yeah.
Right, come sit down so we can look together and see if
I know, I could, I'll sit on the bench and I'll put my coffee on there.
Oh, if you want to. Okay, alright. Okay, let's sit on the... I mean, I can sit on the bench if you want. I don't want to feel relegated. Do you know something? We get a new desk, but we're not getting a new office chair.
I know, I was thinking that. We could always get another chair.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
We're making money. The coffee's still over there after all.
After all that.
Put it on the butt chair.
Yeah, where we want to.
Right. Okay, this is it. Let's switch it on. Let's see what happens. Boom. Okay, well, oh, okay, we've got things happening. And disk format can be a very fussy thing.
Oh.
Bang. You see it says, well, you can't quite see on this one.
Yeah, but
you see on that it says 3.1.
Is that's what we want?
That's what we want. 3.0 is the one built in. If it's using 3.1, it's successfully taking it from the Pi. And also, if we do you remember how you reboot an Amiga?
Amiga, and then another key that I forget.
Control.
Control.
We hold down both the buttons. If we squeeze the rat's ears, we go to the boot menu. From the boot menu, is there a ratio button on this?
A what?
Should be a. Just trying to see if we can switch, just for our sake, if we can switch. Sources. No, I was just seeing if we could set the screen so it was in 4:3, so it was the right ratio. It's a bit warped on this, but anyway. Expansion board diagnostic, you can see we've got something showing up here, which means it can see that there's peripherals in it.
Okay.
Which is, those 4 things are probably 4 things that the PiStorm supports. So, it's a real Amiga, Hattie, and it's running on my channel. Right. Okay, successful test. So now we need to do the next bit, which is power it off. We need to...
And we need the, yeah.
Now we're going to set up the Amiga side.
Yeah.
And this we are going to do via an emulator.
Okay.
Because we don't have any floppy disks here. I do have tons of floppy disks actually, but not on hand. So let's just very carefully. I think I'm going to have to get some kind of extension lead for this. It's probably going to work out cheaper to buy that thing we saw on Amiga to do it.
Maybe you're right.
So, in goes. Oh, look, Hattie, woohoo, she's impressed. So, we take the card, we're going to plug it back in, and the first thing we're going to do the old operating system has a limit to how big you can make a hard disk. So we're going to make a partition.
Okay. I thought you've already made a partition.
For PiStorm.
Okay.
Every further partition will be available to the Amiga. So the first one is...
That's exciting.
Very good, yes, it is exciting. Glad you're excited. So, what we're going to do... First of all, we have to create a partition. We might create 2.
So you have... Okay, so you'll have 3 different
Yes.
drives, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's right. Basically, that's kind of what we're going to have. So that's just quickly switch disk management view back on here. Bang! Right, we're back in disk management, and we can see our PiStorm there. Let's just get back into it ourselves because we're not looking at it. And PiStorm G. Right, so we look at this. So we're back on disk 2 removable. We've allocated 512 megs to the first partition, which is the firmware. We've got all we've got on that is the PiStorm firmware and the Kickstart ROM image. Now we've got 58 gigs unallocated. Now because Amigas,
Yep.
and the version we're using is not the one that's been updated recently, the most disk space it can support really is 2 gigs on any one drive.
Oh wow.
If we go beyond that, there will be problems. So I'm thinking we should set up a basic one. I think we're only going to make it 1 gig. Maybe even less. Let's play safe. Let's do it 512 again. And we're going to do this one. This is going to be for the Amiga operating system, which is called Workbench. So we're going to make it, let's just make it 512, like I say. Let's go next. Assign a drive. That's funny, it wants to assign H again. Oh, because it's assigned G to, it's cleared G now.
Oh
so
wow, why did it do that?
So it's because, hang on, disk management, new sample. There we go. It's because when we took it, it initially assigned G to another drive on the card, which we then got rid of. When we took out the card, it freed up G, so then it assigned G to the PiStorm drive.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's all right. So let's get back into
So now we're going to choose the next one, which is H.
next one. So yeah, it doesn't matter because the Amiga won't use this. Now, file system, this doesn't matter, but we'll do FAT32 because we're gonna, in the Amiga, we're gonna actually format this disk.
Okay.
So allocation doesn't matter, none of this matters, but what we'll do is we'll just call it, what should we call it? We could call it Workbench or System. I'm gonna call it Workbench. I'm gonna call it Workbench 3.1. Make sure we're on the right drive and everything, which actually I might just go back and double check we're on the right drive because I don't know what that's showing there. That might already just, oh, that's just pinged up Winuae because I've just done this wrong, but don't worry, that will go away in a second. Just had an itchy feeling I was on the wrong drive. It's always worth, if you're not sure, just start again. And is that, yeah, that's now broken that, so let's just make sure we can see the right thing.
You mean you don't want to rush through and
Don't want to rush through and cause problems.
cause more issues?
Exactly. Because now we've lost the window, so if we can get back to it. Yeah, we've lost the window there, so there we go. Right, so it's got the window back. Don't let me bore you if you get.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna look up the weather.
Oh, okay. Let's look at the weather.
You know, because I'm curious about whether I should wear sandals later in the week.
Sandals. Sandals now, is it? Okay. Right.
Doesn't look like it's going to be.
Not be sandal weather.
Not sandal weather yet.
Okay. Right. I'm going to. Is 512 enough?
Well, what's?
Maybe I'll do 1 gig.
And then the other one that you're gonna do, you'll do 1 gig as well.
Yeah. No, maybe 19. That because I want to use that one's going to be games. So we'll do 1 gig for this one. I'm just thinking because that, yeah, I'll just make it big. Ish. So I'm following this H. No, okay, next. So we'll set that to 32 allocation size default, and we'll just do Workbench 3.1. I'll probably end up scrubbing this at some point, starting again.
Why?
Because I'm thinking about getting the newest version, the one that you have to pay a bit.
Oh, okay.
If I'm encouraged by people. So it's finished. Really, I should be at a time, but
What's the newest version that you have to pay for?
3.2.2
And how new is it?
last month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's got support for larger drives.
So who's worked on this?
It's a company called Hyperion Entertainment.
Okay.
And they've done some versions of the Amiga operating system since they've sort of got the rights. There's been a court case and all kinds of stuff, but they kind of had the rights to develop it, and they've done different versions. But they've kind of gone back to the old version and just tweaked it up a bit. So yeah, we'll do another one. We'll make this a new simple volume. We'll make this 1.948 gig, just so it's a bit off the 2 gig. In fact, 1920 would be more. See, look, now it's pumped up to I, the next letter. We'll make that FAT32 just for the sake of it, because it technically doesn't matter. Volume label will be games. And I should do one for applications. I'll do one for applications as well. I'll do one for applications.
What if I use it?
Alright, you might use it then. When you have your Amiga time then, just you and the Amiga.
Yeah.
We'll make this. We'll make that one a gig. Specify volume size. Next. J, so it's gone to the next one. Boom. And we'll make that FAT32. And I'll change that. And we'll just call that applications. These aren't very Amiga-ish names I'm doing. I used to call it work, my other partition. I'm going to call it work.
Why?
Because that's just what I used to call my partition. That wasn't. And also, it's not letting me write the full word applications in. So we've now got our partitions. Go. Oh, I've just realised people haven't been able to see that because it's switched off because it didn't have the exact title, so let's get rid of that. Right, so disk management we're done with for now. So, but you can see we've got all these things and there's still another 54 gigs on there. Plenty of space to create. And it's opening up a window on Explorer each time it sees one. So, now the next thing, I'm wondering how this is going to work, but I think I might just need to close some of these. Boom. Now, I have got the Amiga emulator is already running, and it is in.
Ooh.
Well, the configuration page is running. We might have to add another window to actually. It can be a bit fun trying to grab the window for Winuae actually, but this is Winuae. All Amiga emulations tend to be based on this emulator because it's the cutting edge. But what you can do in it, and I need to remember how, is actually add a hard drive, as in a real hard drive, to be accessed directly by the Amiga. And I think,
and your hard drive is going to be the Workbench one.
Yeah, we're going to add each of these
each
things.
of those, yeah.
So I'm just going to capture this window. I think I'm in the right window here. So I've set it up so people can see it. I don't know if they can actually see absolutely everything. So maybe this is the wrong one. Oh, and actually drop down on that grab, but So I've selected this SanDisk. Hang on, that doesn't look right. It says 120 gigs.
Maybe that's not the right one.
Yeah, that isn't right. That isn't the right one. This is why you have to be very careful with this. This is the right one. It said SanDisk. That's the internal drive. You're right there. Good thinking. Create hard disk image file. I think.
Did you just erase
Yes.
your hard drive?
Yeah, could have. Yeah, that's why. Don't do this whilst tired. Oh, okay. You
I
want
don't know if I should.
Yeah, take it. If you want to, yeah. Phone call incoming.
Hello. How are you?
So I don't know how to do this to a partition. Let's see. Maybe I need to do it this way. Is it? No, this is the CDs. Include removable drive. Because if I'm not careful, I'm going to partition the whole drive. That's the problem. And it's looking at the entire drive on here. So how do I get it so it's just... no, if I add the whole drive, I think it will see the partitions. But then would HD Toolbox get confused because the entire drive, the geometry is over... Well, I guess I should wait for it to come back. It's a good point to have a break. Just catch in with the, while I'm mulling this over. In fact, maybe I should go and read the instructions. So let's have a look. Pin that off. No, we can leave it. Oh. That's the end of the phone call. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, beautiful. So yeah, I think I'm mulling it over. I think I have to. I thought I had to add partition by partition. I'm wondering if actually what I need to do is add the whole disk, and then you go into the Amiga side and it'll see each partition. So I think that's the only way it'll work, but I don't know if that's going to work with the software I have available to me. I might have to download something and try and...
Is that going to interfere with the firmware that you have on the first?
Hopefully, good thinking. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
The other thing I could do is I actually have a version that's a bit more up to date of the Amiga on this machine. I'm just wondering if I can use that to provision it. I might do that. Let's see what happens. So we've got this added. We can always start again with this. We're not damaging anything. So yeah, I've got the right MBR. That's definitely the right one. We're not rushing. We're gonna read identity. Unsupported time. Okay. So we're gonna read write. We're gonna add the hard drive. So we've added it. So we're setting up this Amiga to actually, the Amiga emulation now to actually go and do these things. We're gonna just get the Amiga side set up. 1.3. We actually want a different version of the ROM. It's gonna let me get it. So hopefully this is going to work. Oh, getting confused now because I'm going to work, thinking that's where. So now what I'm doing is using a virtual floppy disk that has the installation software for the Amiga. But I don't think this is going to work, to be honest. So I'm just going to try.
Because of the partitions?
Yeah, I think I might need to switch. I do have a version of already installed of the Amiga operating system on here that's got a newer version of. I'm tempted just to use that. Just jump straight to that because I think we're going to have a problem. I think it's inevitable because yeah, let's do that. Because I know I've used that before to set up.
Because in my mind, I don't know if this makes any sense, but if you had like another micro SD card,
yeah,
you could put it on that one and then move it to the partition. I don't know.
It's an interesting thought.
Yeah, but that doesn't work.
I'm not sure exactly where that goes, but it's good thinking though. It's that good kind of thinking to try and get around a problem. So yeah, I'm going to use my old configuration here, which should have the right software. Let's see. And we're going to add directory. Add a hard drive. And we're going to make sure we add the right one. Add the hard drive. Right, so we're going to boot into. She's checking out some fridge.
I'm just thinking about what we're going to have for lunch.
Oh yeah, good thinking. Right, so I'm going to boot this virtual Amiga now with, or emulated Amiga. Like that, and of course, this image is going to get grabbed. Let's grab the mouse. So what we need to do is just quickly, hopefully we can do this with a window capture because oh, there we go. It's done it. So this is Winuae. It's got some preference things in there. Right. Right, just node us right. So what we need. This is I've shown this system before on this channel. It's one I'd set up. In fact, I think it's 3.1, so this might not help actually. I thought I had another newer version on it, but utilities is it? Where do we have HD Toolbox tools? Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, okay, we can try it a different way. Let's go 12 and we'll just floppy drive and we're going to stick you getting bored?
No, I'm not getting bored, I'm just getting bored.
I'm not getting bored, I'm just getting bored. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, I just need to move my legs around.
Yeah. Let's see. I hope I'm explaining it in a way that makes sense to you.
Yeah, you are.
Good.
I understand.
Well, that's it. The excitement is in the learning, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Right. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm now just looking for the installer disk. I don't think this version HD Toolbox is going to cut the mustard, but when I actually get it running, let's try it. Okay. So I've just inserted a virtual floppy disk that has this program I'm looking for, which I can't find. HD tools or HD settings.
So what are you trying to do now?
I am trying to format the extra partitions we made in the Amiga format, which is called fast file system. So we need to leave the first one for the PiStorm, then the other partitions. Come and look if you like and see how it's not finding anything.
Because you're not going to do what you were going to originally do. Because you thought you could select one of the partitioned drives, right?
Yeah, I thought I could and then just format it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find it in HT Toolbox and it's not showing it, probably because this version is too old.
Can't you do a search?
What, to find out how to do it?
Yeah.
Maybe someone will have an idea, but in fact, have I even, let me just double check this drive is actually added. Yeah, it's definitely added. Ah, wait a minute. I might have not pushed the button I need to press. Right. Okay, let's try rebooting and see if this makes a difference. Reset or restart. So it's really confusing for me. Reset. Let's try that. There we go. Thing is, I can't format the whole thing because it will break everything. Toolbox.
I want to look up the Herman Hermits version of, or is it Peter Noon?
Peter Noon of Oh You Pretty Things. Oh, you pretty thing. Yeah, he does it Peter Noon style. So.
Does he?
Yeah. All right, I might be able to do this another way. I've got another idea. Because I think I just found another workbench installation on this machine. So let's have a look. Configurations. Let's try this. Oh, you pretty things, don't you know? Yeah, but don't play it on this channel because I'll get a copyright violation.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry. That's so stupid.
Well, it's the way they work, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to listen to it.
Alright, well, feel free to wear headphones and go to the other room. Sorry.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
Maybe I'll do my own rendition of it.
Yeah.
But you won't get a copyright.
Look up the chords.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the strangers came today. It looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, you pretty thing. Stereotypic takers about we impression.
Except I don't actually know how the melody goes other than the chorus.
Oh, you pretty things, don't you know? Hello, Racy. We're trying our best to get this going. So just about to try and use an alternate version of Workbench to try and provision this drive, which this is getting difficult, but I'm going to figure it out. So I should say include removable.
We'll make noodles.
Yeah, make noodles.
I am.
Have you got any noodles left? You've been making a lot of noodles.
I've been making too many noodles. I shouldn't be living off of ramen.
Oh, I could try it with AROS. Might be able to support it. Let's try it with AROS. If AROS will boot, let's see. Reset.
I still don't understand what you're doing.
So I'm trying. Basically, I'm trying to prep disk management on the Amiga. So that disk management window, I'm trying to get to the Amiga side of it, so I can add the volumes
through the Amiga.
Through the Amiga, yeah. But I think I'm getting something fundamentally wrong here.
Okay.
There's probably something I'm misunderstanding because I wanted to see those partitions.
If only you had a floppy disk with the workbench on it,
yeah, that would make things a lot easier. Although it might not, because it might. No, yeah, it probably will. Because on the Amiga side, the PiStorm is going to be is going to be presenting each one as a separate disk, so I don't have to worry about the actual disk structure. I'm just wondering if I switch to the AROS ROM, if it will actually see the different partitions on it. It doesn't look like it is.
They have them on eBay.
Have what on eBay? Amiga.
Amiga OS Workbench.
I know. I've got some at my other nerve center. I've got the original set of discs, but I still don't think it will set up the. It won't set up the Amiga.
It won't.
Because oh no, it will. Yeah, it will. No, like I just said, yeah. Do you know? I even think I had the install disc. No, it's not here though. And I've just crashed this as well. All right, no, I haven't. Let's see. Let's try and confirm. So let's just eject this floppy. You understand the problem I have, though. You're following that.
I think so. I just don't get what you're trying to do to. I mean, actually, I do get what you're trying to do. Yeah.
There you go then. So now I'm going to try. There's a replacement, like a open source Amiga operating system. I'm trying that and see what the hard drive provisioning tool is.
Okay.
That to see if I can get around it that way.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it says it's waiting for bootable media, so maybe I never actually set this up or I deleted it. So let's just try. Okay, to go and download AROS. AROS. This might be the way to do it. That's AROS 1. Okay, maybe that's what I need. Right, AROS 1 is a hard file, so let's download AROS 1. Oh, it's an ISO DVD. Oh, brilliant.
This is my external one.
Yes, it is, yeah. 68K. Just need. Where is it? That isn't 68K. AROS 1 preview. Okay, here's tutorial. Okay, hang on. Let's share this as so I'm not just. what I'm trying to do is find an AROS 1, which seems to be the 68K version, ready built machines, just to see if I can prep this drive. All I want to do is format in the fast file system, and once we're there, install Workbench. So, and if I can do that via this AROS, where is, I can't, am I going mad? Installation of VirtualBox. No, not 86. Let's just go to this. 86. Oh, I'm on the wrong page yet. Build. So it's 6. Where's 68K? I cannot see 68K version. Binary. PC. Where is the 68K version? Okay. Let's try this. I think this looks like the exact same link I was on. Right. Aha, here we go. Native Amiga. Right. There's a boot floppy. There is. Where's the hard file? Ah. All the contributed programs compiled for architecture. What is it? Oh, okay. What is it? What is it though? Is it a hard file? I'm gonna have to download it and see what it is, I guess. Oh. It's a tar file, okay. Well, it's tar very much. Oh, I've made that a bit big. Okay, so what fun we're having. Keep you updated. Yes, thank you. So that will take 21 minutes to download, apparently. Oh
wow.
Not actually sure what I'm downloading. I think I'm loading the hard disk image, but this item, all the contribute programs compiled to the 68 for use with Amiga port. Boot ISO. This name. Oh, hang on. This is binary Amiga OS. This is the CD core AROS system file. So where's the hard disk image? The image is the one I want. I'm probably downloading the wrong thing here. Alright, let's get this as well. The boot ISO. One of these will do the job, hopefully. This boot ISO, thank you. To pause that other one, actually. Which you probably can't do. I'll just stop that one. Bang. Wow, it's so slow. SourceForge is slow. We'll do that and hopefully it will see the disk, and then 3 minutes left. If you can see the disk, it can format it as fast file system, and if we can run the installers for 3.1, we're talking business. Then we can at least run Workbench, and then we can work from there. So hope you're doing well, Racy. I don't know how many we've got left. I don't know if Hattie's still there. I might have bored her to tears. Let's have a look. 4 concurrent viewers apparently at the minute. Ooh. Special. Oh look. Power. 4 concurrent viewers. I'm starting to become hungry now. I wonder if my glamorous assistant will furnish me with some food. It's just come up to 12 as well. Bank holiday here in the UK. And next week it's going to be a bank holiday as well. Okay, still downloading, almost halfway there. Maybe I should get up and get something to... I'm just having a bit of bread and butter, to be honest. I'll take the butter. Take it out of the fridge. Oh. Oh, it's hygienic. These are the grapes on top of the bacon. Okay, not too long to go. We'll see if we can get this to boot in Winuae. Hopefully this is the hard file, actually. That would be very useful, but it's not clear. It just says ISO, so maybe they would consider that to be a hard file.
How's it going?
Just downloading this thing.
21 minutes.
No, I found a smaller version, so hopefully that'll do the job.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I would have had to have vamped for a bit then, but I'm known to be able to do that, so quarter to go, not too long. In fact, less than a quarter now. Oh no, it's not pause, is it? 50 seconds. Look at that, 300k at best a second. So slow. But I guess, you know, makes sense. So we're nearly there. I don't want to be defeated. We're going to get this on today. We're going to get this on today. Nothing is ever easy. Okay. A few seconds left. Right, we'll open this and just see what we've got in this. Boot zip. Okay, it's an ISO, so it's 150 something. Okay, that's we'll copy that somewhere. Right. So let's see. Now I'm going to flip back to Winuae. Bang. And so that's sitting there waiting for nothing to happen. Winuae. Okay, so let's go. Boom. Now we need to do, we're going to remove that one, and we're gonna, it's an ISO, so I guess we need to add it as a file. No, image empty. Okay, right. Property. Now trying to set up the path. Or can I do that elsewhere? No, CD drive. How do I add? Trying to work out how I add the path. Add CD drive. Image equals empty. Well, I couldn't find the hard. If I could find the hard file, I'd be laughing. Wonder if I can use the ISO as a hard file. Let's try that. Probably not. Ah, CD drive image. There we go. What a wally, right. Image. I'm just going to jump. Okay. So I selected that. That should have boot priority, I would hope. Let's go. Save this configuration while we're at it. And let's reset the machine, see what happens. And it's not working. Waiting for bootable media. So maybe because it's not got high enough boot priority. Do we need to auto mount the drives? Let's try it again and see if we get any luck there. Nope, still not working. Alright, okay, maybe I'll try adding it as a hard disk. Maybe that's what it wants, even though it's an ISO. Oh, it's showing the image is empty. What? Really confused about this because it just doesn't seem to see it. That's SCSI. Ah, here we go. Okay, right. Let's try now. Okay, it looks like it's actually doing something now, so let's just flick back up. Aha, okay, brilliant. Failed. Use instruction. Can you reboot the difference? Okay, brilliant. So, uh, maybe there's not enough RAM set up in it. There's 128 gigs of, there's 128 megs of RAM added. CPU that you 30. Oof. Now I can't even see it. Well done. Ah, I think no, that doesn't make sense either. Okay, and the other option is, let's see if we can add it as a hard file. I'm just trying to add it as a hard file now. I don't know if this is going to work at all. I'm beginning to feel defeated again. I could have sworn I saw that there is a hard file for this, and yet, of course, I can't find it. No. Alright, I downloaded the wrong thing, can I say?
Downloaded the wrong thing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So where do I get? Let's see. I'm just going to search iOS hard files. So decompress the archive. Prepare an Amiga format drive with empty AROS bootable partition. You may. I think I might know what's going on here. I think my Winuae is probably. Let's just check what version of Winuae I'm using. It's 3 years. It's 3 years old. The version of Winuae I'm using. So let me. I'm wondering if it might be that the problem is that the AROS ROM is out of date. Though I thought they were meant to be compatible with other stuff, but let's quickly download this version of Winuae. Download. Okay. Just switch off from E for a second. Boom. Boom. Okay. So let's cancel that. Then we're going to go. We're going to shut down Winuae. Boom. Then we're going to go bum, 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 bum. Downloads to. We're going to go. Save that. There we go. Newest version of Winuae. We copy that, and then we go to one up. We go paste, and then we there's not enough space to do it. This goes down here. Let's see. Right. So now we've actually got a version of Winuae that is from the last 3 years. We run that. Instantly crashes. No, it comes up. Perfect. Right. So let's just bring back. Okay. Yep, that works. Right. That's our frame branch back. So let's go configuration. Let's load that configuration. Let me go to CDs. The right thing. Check ROM. Right. Okay. Let's see what happens just when we try it. Now. Oh, and also, yeah, this is a CD. Perfect. Okay. Start. Let's watch it crash again. No, not even recognising it as bootable. Brilliant. Oh, it didn't see it first. So let's try it now. Oh, no, still not there. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I've got something at least. Well, this is a bit confusing. What am I looking at here? Yeah, this is weird. Workbench screen. What am I booting from here? Okay. I'm really perplexed. It's trying to boot from on the removable drive. That's what the problem is. So let's grab this. I wonder if I corrupted this. I might have corrupted that ISO when I tried to add it as a hard disk. Let's just put priority on this drive as well. No, I can't set the priority. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's not how I read it. Okay. It's definitely trying to read that CD drive, and then software failure. Brilliant. Waiting for illegal. Okay. Well, it's going to try and run, but there's engineering work. There's always engineering works because they're trying to make as much money as they can out of the overtime. Oh, this is impossible. The only way I'm going to get this done is if I format this on an Amiga. If I could just format, I'd be laughing. Right, let me try one other thing then. Because I've gone down a... Oh, I lost Winuae altogether now. I believe I have. Right, okay, let's try running Winuae again. Oh, not that way though. Do this way. Okay. Let's see. Configurations. Right, let's see if I can locate that other configuration I had. CD and hard drive. Oh, okay. Open, load. CD and hard drives. Right, let's get rid of that. Boom. Okay, what we'll do is remove that. Add directory. I need to go to the load. Aha. No. No. Somewhere I have got another. Right, I'm busting for the loose, so bear with me, I'm going to be right back. Ah, found the other system, right, I'm going to be right back.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Just had another idea. But potentially I could, if this doesn't work, I could potentially see if there's a way I can write an image to the partition. Maybe there's just a system image. That's what I was trying to do with AROS, but okay, so let's save the configuration and let's start and see what happens. So booting. Check it boots first of all, and then once we boot, I'll try and re-end. Oh, I've still got the AROS ROM in place. Let's switch that to. AROS ROM really doesn't work very well. Okay, I must be going mad here. Why isn't this booting? That's why it's not booting, because that 3.9 I erased at some point. I'm running out of ideas here. Newest version of HD Toolbox, that's the way to do this, right. So, let's go back to the original file for the hard disk. Let's just change this one. Let's try and see if this one boots. No, it still doesn't work. Okay, well then let's get smarter than that and just load the old configuration. Here we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is jump to another window and see if maybe HD Toolbox, if I can get a newer version, that might. Maybe there's a version. Right, HD Toolbox. Cannot properly use a SCSI byte set to optical memory mode. No, that's not what we want. I want HD Toolbox and SD card. Maybe I'm just not doing this properly. Maybe I just didn't press the right buttons. Maybe I just didn't press the right buttons. Let's try adding it again. Add hard drive. That one. Geometry. Hang on a minute. Is this giving me multiple partitions? No. So read all this. Right. Reset. It doesn't seem fair that they make overtime during the day at our expense and do engineering work after. No, that's what I would have done. It's always the holidays. Messed up my plans for the next few weeks, actually, and then if they're not doing that, they're striking, so. Right. Let's quickly just this floppy disk in for the install. I might end up just having to get 3.2, but I think it might still be difficult. Okay, let's try this again. Just see. Maybe I'm missing a trick here. I don't know. No, it just doesn't see it at all. I was thinking maybe I missed something. Partition here. So. How about someone's done it in 3.1. Ah, 32-bit versus 64-bit can make a difference. Ba 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 ba. It's from Tony Willens, so we're and we go. That will be the difference as well because I haven't been. I don't think I was using 32-bit last time I did this. So what I'm going to do is get hold of 32-bit Winuae. That's 32. Hopefully it does make a difference. Hello.
Hello, I have a question for you.
Yes, as long as you're okay for it to be one that's streamed.
Yeah.
Yes, what's the question?
So, can I plug in an extension into another extension?
Power cable.
Yeah.
Shouldn't do it.
Why not?
Because the cable is rated for so much electricity. So if you plug a cable into a cable, you go beyond what the cable is rated to take, and it can cause a fire. What are you thinking of? Why
Well, because I'm trying to fix that desk.
my one can go from there because I'm not going to use it and use this desk.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'll be fixed.
Okay. I'm just going to take it from the back of my desk so that my drawer can close.
Your desk. I know, so your drawer can close. Sorry about that. That was before we decided we needed another desk. We had this problem. I'm still on this AROS page, right? Okay, so we've got 32-bit. We'll see what happens with this. Winuae. That will copy. Oh, let's just go over there. I know, you should just paste simultaneously. The screen capture will grab it. Let's go Winuae. See what happens. See if it grabs it. Okay, brilliant. Did. So let's go. Drums. So we can configuration. That one. CD and hard drives. We are going to add. We're going to go add hard drive. Oops, I made one mistake. And only one mistake. I should run this as an admin. Oh, no, I made another mistake. I'm only going to give this another 20 minutes and give up for today because it's driving me mad. I'm supposed to be taking a holiday from computer stuff. Shoot, there it is again. Let's go configuration. Let's load that one. Let's go CD and hard drive. We're going to add a hard drive. We will not add either of these ones. We're going to add this one. Maybe I need to format it differently or something. That doesn't look good. Oh, maybe I should stick it over to there actually. That might make a difference as well. Let's try that. Okay, so let's try start. Let's see what happens. It'll take a little while to boot. Okay. Did add it, didn't I? It's not even showing the disk is. No, it's there. Right, so I've added it across the standard I device as well. So you should see maybe the partition is just too big for this. Maybe I should have made it smaller. So many different variables I could have added. So I have added. Yeah, that didn't actually work. So I did that for. Right, okay, yeah, that's fine. Any second now. There we go. Let's see if it sees it this time. HT toolbox and oh yay! Okay, so now it can see it, or it can see the interface. I don't think this is going to work. I'm going to think I don't know what I'm doing. I'm beginning to feel all at sea with this. Did I run this as that? Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, I guess the other option is to try and add it across a different interface. What else have we got here? Not saying it's HD. Hard disk file. wait a minute. Will that let me set different partitions there? Okay, let's try Scusi. No, that's just where it is in the chain. So it's just, it isn't trying partitions. Is that the right block size though? It doesn't see the partitions. Rebuild machines, it makes a difference. What are your games? I like, says Racy, I like Pinball Dreams, Sensible Order Soccer, North and South. This is useless. This is absolutely useless. I think the way I can do this is if I get an Amiga floppy for the installer, then I can bring it back into the PC. Winuae must be able to format a partition in an Amiga format. I feel like dropping a line to Tony Willen. Oh, no, but this isn't going to work because they're FAT32. For a second I thought I cracked it, but this is just doing it via the moving. Yeah, so this is it. This is actually pulled in all of my Windows drives. I mean, I could try and format it, but I don't think it's going to work. And it hasn't pulled in the disk one. It hasn't pulled in the one I wanted, so
How's it going?
not very good. Not very good. There was just a way to format a fast file system. I'd be laughing. Uh, um, maybe I can. Let's have a look at the instructions. Let's try that. Let's try. I'm now just wondering if I could possibly. Um, by the time I get this going, I won't want to use it. I'm going to be so annoyed and frustrated. If I only had an installed, if I just had a single bootable Amiga disk with the format command on it, I'll be alright. Any disk at all, any Amiga disk with format enabled on it, or any 3, Workbench 2 even, that should do. Yeah, to set up as a drum, you also need to change HD tool. Okay. I've got no way to write an Amiga floppy disk. I'm completely snookered. Wait a minute, it shouldn't be SCSI device. It should be. Oh, right, hang on. Tools, shouldn't be SCSI. What did I set it up as? Aha. Aha. Part where here. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Change SCSI. Haha. Oh my god, I might have cracked it. Or have I? UHD. Right. This will corrupt the rest of the disk if I continue this way. So is that actually seeing the disk? Oh, okay, right. This is getting confusing now. Oh, one of his views got 100,000 views yesterday, which is complete. Oh yeah, what was it? What an Amiga one? Bank holidays, I think they go crazy. 100,000. Well done. Well done. You have to. I'll have to watch it. Is it like a top 10 of Amiga games? Yeah, that's going to corrupt the drive if I try and do that. So, if I could create a file and write it to the partition, that would be the best thing. Let's try this way through this device. Let's reboot him. What's the title of the video, Ray? We'll check it out. I'll check it out after this stream, which might be finishing very soon. Okay. Oh, it doesn't even see the device at all when I do them. So I'll probably have to manually mount it or something with a. It was a compilation of the greatest Amiga Rob videos. Yeah, that. yeah. Nice try. That is not likely to happen. How do I mount this drive now? I did find it when it thought it was on the IDE. Let's try it on the Commodore and see. Reboot again. There was a long play of the coin-op opera called Arm Wrestling. Blimey, there's also C64 and Amiga long plays. Yeah, that's brilliant. I think you're making some coinage out of it because those sort of numbers should bring you in some nice wonga. I don't find that my actual computer videos get many views. They tend to get almost none, in fact. Didn't mean to do that. Not change, perfect. So I didn't start it with admin. But either way, that doesn't work. That's just going to break the disk. And I have to unmount all the partitions. Okay. Well, right, let's close Winuae. So I'm going to go back to the drive system. We're going to unmount. Unmount the whole drive. Eject. Incorrect function. Brilliant.
How's it going?
Not very good.
Oh. I was hoping to hear that you got somewhere.
No.
So you don't want to.
I'm going to give up soon.
Oh.
I don't want to what?
You don't want to try my method?
What was your method again? I'll think if it works.
Well, do you have another SD card?
I've got other ones, but not a blank one. Tell me what the idea is.
Because remember, okay, so the idea was that you didn't want to mess up the firmware.
No, that's fine. It's I don't mind erasing it by accident and trying again. The problem is I can't do what I need to do.
You can't put it on the part of the.
I can't format the partition I need to format. If I had a floppy disk, any Amiga floppy disk with the format command on it that booted, I could do it. I could even do it if you couldn't boot.
Maybe you can order one online.
I'm not ordering a floppy disk with the format command on it. And I'm not going to buy a GoTech just to do this either.
Well, how else are you going to do it?
I've got floppy disks just not here. If I just had one disk, I could do it just and it's not even like if I got a blank disk I could do it, because you can't I can't write to the Amiga.
Do you have any suggestions from the audience?
No.
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 They're just watching you.
Just watching me suffer.
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 Suffer in silence.
It's so near yet so far. There was anything that could form.
I still don't get what's the issue.
There's these partitions I've created. I have to format so they can be used on the Amiga. I have to install like some software onto them.
Yes.
And I have to do that on the PC side because there's no access to the internet or anything on the Amiga.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to do that in the emulator, but the emulator cannot see the disk in a way so that I can format it. It can't see the individual partitions. It can only see the whole disk.
So
and I'm having to do it on the Amiga side, which doesn't support.
So if you have another SD card and you were to put it on that one without the partitions, what do you mean?
Make no difference because the first partition has to be for PiStorm.
No, but I'm saying if you put it on a blank SD card, then can you transfer the information from that first
It's a good idea.
SD
Copy that partition
into the partition?
No, I don't think that'll
work.
Because the other problem I've got, I can show you this right now. So I got it. I actually got to the point where it can see the disk. However, there's a problem, and it could just be a numbers thing. And actually, I'm just about to try. I'm going to try. I'm probably going to break it now, but.
How do other people do this?
Usually they have a floppy disk. But I don't do anything simple. It's wrong, says that. Yeah. This is why
Why don't you think that my idea wouldn't work?
Because so you're thinking just do it as the whole disk, the partition. Yeah, I was about to show you. Sorry, I'm getting tired.
Okay,
I'm gonna have to stop soon because I'm just getting tired and I'm not thinking clearly anymore.
Sorry. Yeah, I can imagine how this might drive you up the wall.
Yeah, it is driving me up the wall because it's so near yet so far. CD and hard drives. Let me just add the disk again. Got a couple of ideas, but right, make sure we get this right because we're about to try and to do it on this.
What is that 0? Sorry.
That's just the logical number of the disk in the machine. So.
Oh, okay.
So that's like which physical drive it is, because there's a limit. It's 2, 4, or 7, depending on what system you're using. And then we start it. I also need to put a floppy disk in.
Maybe it won't mess it up.
Maybe, but it will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just have a quick look. I need to put. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking to myself, I've formatted it in Winuae before, and I don't think I have. Do you know the only other way to do this? There is a way to do this without a floppy disk. It's using that CF card.
What's a CF card?
That thing, that other thing I had. You know the thing with the ripped out cables on it.
Yeah, the one with the cables.
Yeah, that could potentially do it, because then it will boot into that, and then it will see each one. I gave up trying, but
yeah,
I could try again.
Well,
I could try again. I might try it.
Watch this madness for much longer.
All right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna look at this and show. Let me show you the problem.
Okay.
Let me show you the problem. Stay server gives me. Is that gonna click that? Okay. Well, there we go. Right. So we're booting. All we're trying to get to is basically a screen light's going to pop up here as well on the Amiga. It's as far as we're aiming for today. So right, let's get the tool up. So we have to tell the Amiga, because it won't auto recognize a hard disk, we have to tell it about the actual disk. And this program basically sets up the disk to be worked with the Amiga.
Partition driver?
Partition drive, yeah. So what we have to do, we just first of all have to get it to recognize the disk.
Oh, okay. So you can partition it in the Amiga as well.
Yeah. The drive type you have selected, this is a new error. The drive type you have selected has a lot of blocks, while the drive itself only has that many blocks. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, okay, so the problem is, that's the second time I've accidentally clicked that button, which could destroy everything.
So you're just one click away from destroying it.
Yeah, it is. That's brilliant, Amiga. This is you're always constantly on edge. So the problem is, it's not actually seeing the right geometry of the drive. It's seeing 1,000. It's basically seeing 2,600 something gigs, and then it's falling over, and that's a software problem. The way around it is to do it all in the Amiga side. I'm going to get that CF drive working. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, hang on. You create, address the image and construct an Amiga Rob gadget that converts virtual disk into physical. Thank you.
What is
helpful. He's blinding me up. Okay. I'm going to try it with the CF card. I'm going to try it.
All right.
I'm going to try it. It's your fault. You goaded me into it. You goaded me into it. Let me just check.
How is this my fault?
You did it. You did it. Your fault.
Yeah, blame me.
You did it. Ugh. Right. Okay. We're going to do this. CF card. Come on. Yes. It's the only way. Where did I put the CF card?
I think it's somewhere in
there.
There
It is. Complete fudge up card, right. So the problem for those who are uninitiated with the CF card is that I broke it. I broke the cable. Maybe I should have been on eBay trying to find the cable or something, but I didn't want to wait long and blah blah blah. I'm trying to basically fudge the whole thing. I've just to catch up with an earlier message from Ray C. He says it has C64 and Amiga long plays. Doesn't have subscribers to make money, but that's fine. It's a labour of love. Money has never been my motivation in life. Just happiness, contentment. Viv, Ray C, who's watching the stream, had a video get 100,000 views yesterday. Apparently.
Oh wow! What did he do?
It was about an arm wrestling game.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Is it? Arm wrestling is cool, is it? Now the other thing is, I don't know which one
it goes into.
Goes where?
Looks like the red one goes on the end.
I think the red one goes there.
What do you think?
Yeah.
How do you even fix those?
You don't.
You don't.
There's 4 different ways this could work. I think I had these cables around the wrong way yesterday. And I think this red one is important as well. So
Next up on the Amiga Rob channel, we're going to try to get this Motorola phone working.
that might work. No, it won't. It won't. Systems, it's no longer supported.
Oh, it's called the Manhattan, this one.
Yep. That'll take AA batteries.
Oh, look at the battery.
It takes AA batteries if you need to. That was one of the selling features on it. If your battery ran out, you could run to a shop.
Oh, that's very cool.
Buy some normal batteries. And, right. Okay. We're going to try this, see what happens. And I've got those cables lightly pushed in. Let's get the old monitor back on and let's see how badly this goes. Bang. Okay, right. We are powering on the Amiga. Here he comes. Bang. And I've just...
It's yellow.
Ooh, that's a good one because I've just realised I didn't even plug the power into it. I wonder why it's giving it yellow. Because it's not... All I've done is plug that connector in. And there's no power on it. Maybe that's why, because it can see there's something connected without any power on it. But that's a weird one, isn't it? Yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
They mean something, those colours.
Do they?
Yeah.
Very cool. Yellow screen of
not booting.
Of not booting, yeah. Is a blue screen bad on the Amiga as well?
No particular significance to a blue screen. Alright, let's try again. Maybe it was just because it wasn't powered up. No, it wasn't. Again. No, it wasn't because it wasn't powered up.
Canary yellow.
Could also be the other possibilities because I haven't actually tried. I haven't tried the PiStorm since I. Let's just try and break everything in one go, shall we? Ooh. I haven't tried the PiStorm since. Yeah, PiStorm's fine. So, problem was with this. That was weird. It was making those colours. Alright, so maybe it needs to go around the other way. Should be this way. And the red ones come loose. Might have been a short, that yellow, actually. Tempted just to stick solder a bit of wire at the end of each of these cables. Just need it to last long enough to format one partition. That's all we need. Just to do something. Power it on, and this ain't gonna work. No, it's giving us yellow again. Do you know, I reckon the it's just weird. As soon as I plugged anything into that socket, it doesn't matter which way up it is, the cable, it just goes yellow. Even when it wasn't powered on, yellow. I've had an idea.
Oh yeah.
There's another. Was there another one like a little cable like this around? These.
I've not seen one, but you might have
I
one.
think there is another one. There might be another one.
You've got a
I
cable
could.
for literally everything.
I could. No, it won't work. I was thinking something fiendish, but it won't work. It won't work. Right, I can go back to the bathroom. You just entertain in the background.
Okay, I feel a bit I don't know what to do. I'm deciding on which kind of noodles I want to eat. Chicken or curry? What's that?
I feel like at some point I have had the installer disc up here. I think I'm going to end up tweeting the Retro Hour guys to see if they can just lend me a floppy disk with it, because they'll be.
Yeah. Maybe they'll yeah, maybe they'll lend you one. They're right in Nottingham, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Which is not. Yeah, we could travel. We could travel there to find out.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We could travel there. But it means I can't use it today. I want to use it today. I want to use it. Why don't they put something in the software that just lets you use a hard file straight off of that boot thing? Wait a minute. Am I connecting into? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
There's another connector. Hang on. I might be connecting to the wrong thing. In fact, I think I am connecting to the wrong thing. I don't know what I've been connecting to. Let me just have a look here. Do things in haste and fail. A1200 HT connect. Just trying to get a picture of Yeah, I know why it's given that blue alert, Viv, that yellow alert even.
Oh, why?
Because I was trying to connect it to the wrong socket. I have no idea what that socket is, but I was trying to plug a hard disk into it when it shouldn't be. That's probably why, even when it was just the cable in there, it was giving that problem. So let's try connecting it. Let's try something novel. Try connecting it to the right one. Oh yeah, that makes sense because there's a couple of slightly bent pins on it. So once again, let's give it a spin and see what happens when we power on the Amiga. Here we go. It's on. It's been blank for a very long time.
Oh, it's not reading it, is it?
Let's just have a look and see if we can see it though. At least it booted though, Viv. It didn't conk. So now maybe I got it on upside down is the next question. So let's just tease that one out. Okay, here we go. Let's try again. Yellow screen again.
Yellow screen. What have you done differently this time?
Turned it round the other way. I reckon we weren't far off when I had it turned up the other way, the cable. Maybe it just needs to go in a bit further. Okay, yeah, that ain't happy. That machine is not happy like that, so let's try to turn it around. Still doesn't see it. Ugh. Wow, that smells interesting. Is that ramen again?
What?
I said that smells interesting. Is it ramen again?
Yeah, it is. Ramen.
Ramen.
And I think I just put way too much oregano in it.
Uh-oh. Oregano. I'm being driven so mad by this. I'm getting that. Software error. I'm getting software errors. Interesting. Well, that isn't happy about me moving that. Maybe there's a short here somewhere. Oh yeah, that's gone wandering. I only need to solder one cable really to fix it, in theory. Interesting, software failure.
Oh, it says software failure?
Yeah, it's doing something different, but it's still going to 3.1. I'm wondering if it's actually failing when trying to access the CF card now. I can't see it. So.
What?
I'm driving myself mad with this. I should just stop for now.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Wonder how quick if I get a GoTech, I could get a GoTech.
What does a GoTech do? Sorry.
It basically lets you plug a USB pen in and it emulates a floppy disk drive, so you can use files in GoTech.
Where would you plug in the USB?
Plugs into the GoTech plugs into the where the floppy drive would normally connect. Yeah, the only thing is though, I've got it's literally just to get this one step I'd need it, and then I wouldn't need it after that.
Really? Maybe ask to borrow somebody's.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. It'll take forever to come. Oh, it's driving me mad, this. It might make life easier in the long run. I don't even know if that floppy drive works there as well, so. Switch this off again. And that wasn't even home. Oh, maybe why that's why it didn't work. I feel with it giving a software error, it's so close to starting. Let's try and trim this cable up a bit. Using my trusty cable trimmers. I mean, for 100% data integrity. Probably not very clever, me sharding off all these little bits of metal into the case, but okay, got a tiny little poke in now.
Oh, you're up.
All right, thank you. Thanks for exposing me on public. I was going to get away with that, but then you went and.
Well, I thought you were going to be on camera.
I might be, but nobody would have noticed till you told everyone.
I don't want you to expose yourself on camera.
Been publicly humiliated enough, aren't I, already? Software error. Different error this time. Different task.
Interesting.
It might. I'm working on the basis that there's actually a working installation on that disk. You see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which there might not be. So even if it is working, it might not be working. Yeah, it's not having it. So I think I'm going to have to give up for today. This is so frustrating.
I'm sorry. You've done it to yourself, though.
Yeah. Go to copy emulator. 50 quid.
What's that?
The GoTech floppy emulator.
Ooh. Why don't you just buy a floppy disk?
Because I can't just buy a floppy disk. That's no good. This doesn't matter if it's formatted. It needs to have the software I need to set up the drive.
Yeah, don't they sell those online?
No. But if you could just do it from like if they just had an option to use a hard file from the from the actual partition, there's got to be a way to do it. I'm not even fussed about using setup guide tutorial. Let's have a look. Just having a look at something else here. Kickstart ROM. Excuse me. Install Workbench using the Amiga. Install Workbench using UAE. Click on CD. Add hard drive. You will get a list of drives. Look for the ones labeled similar to 500. Oh, I've just realised I did something stupid. Oh, I didn't. It won't work unless they're unmounted. It won't show them. It won't show the partitions. I can't expect it to, so let's just get this out of the way. Maybe I can still do it. Maybe there is a way. Last attempt, because the day is nearly gone. We've nearly run it.
Yeah, it's no longer the morning.
It's no longer the morning. You've had your ramen.
Yeah, I was a bit hungry.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All I've had today is a banana.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good, is it?
No.
It's no good. There's more than a banana to eat.
Right. I formatted these other discs around it. If in the format them as journaled, but I want to eject. So let's have a look. So right. Games eject can work. Eject all the other ones. Well, it's taken a while. Okay, it seems to have hung the entire PC. Oh, it's ejected every volume. Maybe it'll be okay. Let's try. I think it will be, but we'll try. Start Winuae. That's it. Add administrator. Yeah. This was going to be victorious. This was going to be the day. And it's all gone wrong. Right. Add hard drive. Hard drive. No, it doesn't even show it now. Ah, oh, damn it. So, How do I unmount these? So eject doesn't work because it gets rid of every device. Can I just get rid of it? Yeah, it won't let me do it. It won't let me do it on an individual basis. So, disk management. Administrator. Action, refresh, change, create, erasure, delete volume. How do I unmount it without getting rid of every single? Mark partition is active. Maybe if I just remove, yes. And then maybe if I change letter and paths, remove. I should be sharing this really after. Change drive letter and paths, remove, yes. Right, okay, let's try that. So that should be unmounted now. Let's try Winuae now. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah. Can't see it there because that is not up to date. So let's try again. Bang. Run as administrator. Yes. I don't know if I'm sharing what I'm doing on the screen. No, I'm not. So. Okay. CDs and hard drives. Oh, let's get an Amiga configuration up here. CDs and hard drives. Hard drive. It should be this one here. Oh, no, it's not giving me a list. Just doesn't do it. Maybe I need to unmount the last one. Or if I just kill the... Let's do that. Let's just kill the operating system on it. So... Pass the point. Okay. Right, so... Let's get the Mac and format the problem partitions. Why not? Why not? In. Shove this in the back of it. Let's find an HDMI cable. Power it up. My keyboard. The borrowed mouse I've been using on the PC. Switch the screen so it's actually. HDMI. This thing on? Yes. Is that on? Mac is starting up. Get some bread and butter because I am starving. This is how you lose weight. Try to do stuff with an Amiga, and you will very quickly lose a lot of weight. Very quickly. Okay. I'm a bit of a shit. Marvelous. Might join them soon. Bread and butter. Good old fashioned bread and butter. The Mac is still good. Butter's nice and hard still. Outside gluten-free bread. The bread's all packed to pieces. Right. Mac is ready. Signing into the Mac. Hungry. Right. Okay, so disk utility. I'm just going to format those partitions. I don't think this is going to work either. Well, I'll try. Right. So I'll describe to you all now, those of you who are viewing. I'm looking at the disk utility on the Mac. And hope beyond hope that I can format. Let's try URX. Let's pick a format. What's it doing? Oh, wait. Just change. Yeah, let's erase it and just make it Mac format. Because that way it can't mount it. Okay. Then we'll use the same with this. I'm debating whether to do the first partition as well, the PiStorm one, but Okay. Let's try this way first. So, nip the disk out. Just whipping it out. I'm not following any protocol with this. Errors about not ejected. Now, this management will probably see this weird. So it's saying allocated partitions. Let's try running Winuae. Oops, try running correctly to run it as a admin. And no, still it doesn't see the partition, so you can't add it. You can't do it. All right, let's try it by the book here. We're gonna add it, and then we're gonna let's get that floppy drive. Start. Okay. What we're going to try just the toolbox. Then we need to it just doesn't see the drive at all when it's set to UAE HF device. Performance, no good. Read identity, does that help? Nope. I've just realised it's seeing the empty part of the disk, I think. Or is it? I think it is. Alright, let's see what happens if we set it back to ID. It's definitely the card that we're looking at, isn't it? 60 gig. Yep. Oh, hang on, geometry. Let's go geometry file. And it has dropped a few blocks, so maybe we can try. Maybe I should just try partitioning it with the first 500 megs or something to see what happens. See what happens. Maybe I just need to manually create a mount list for the drive. Okay, let's try. Okay, no, it's just hanging. Nah, can't see it at all now. Not sure what you guys are seeing on the screen. I can send this. Okay, geez. Launch. I might just need to get 3.2 as well. That's the other possibility. See what we got. This is going to be my last try, and I'm going to give up. No, just doesn't see it at all now. Well, thank you for following me on this exciting journey. I'm sure we've got any viewers at the minute, but I'm giving up now. So thanks for watching. It's been 3 hours and 7 minutes of a nightmare, but